what's your name?
I'm Kabir Nola.
Okay.
I'm Devarkola.
I'm Niva. Alright. Now, Kabir, tell me what is it that you like about your school?
Um, I like the fact that our school gives us a lot of opportunities in many different fields and subjects.
Alright. Devarko, how do you think the reading skills can be developed?
How reading skills can be developed? Well, I think the most basic way to develop skills of reading is to develop it stage-wise. We often begin with enlightened series, which use very basic vocabulary, and we move on to more mature works such as Charles Dickens or something. And before that, Roald Dahl and many other writers write basic things with usual vocabulary, which help us to develop our writing skills.
Alright. We move on to the second stage, which is the topic presentation round. So, Kabir, we'll start with you. You're going to tell us about your topic. When you have finished, Devarko will ask you a question, which will be followed by some more questions from my side. Would you like to begin, Kabir?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so your time starts now.
I'm going to be speaking on the trusting ability of people. There was a study recently held in the University of California that showed that a lot of the kids from the newer generation were developing an aerial cortex at the back of their head. This allowed them to levitate an inch from the ground. So soon the entire human species will be able to levitate a few inches from the ground. There was no University of California having this study done, and there is no aerial cortex in existence. But studies show that about 80% of the people listening to this believe it. Basically, it's because of the ability of humans to trust each other, even if it's complete strangers. Whenever you speak to a person, your brain releases a certain amount of oxytocin, a hormone that allows you to trust people. And certain people in professions, especially like news reporters and psychologists, are trained to make you release high amounts of oxytocin with their speech. So you would believe them and you would confide in them and have a lot of trust in people like this. So naturally, humans are very inclined to believe in each other. That's what makes us a very successful species.
Okay. Thank you so much, Kabir. Devarko, now can you ask the question?
Of course. The way you said that psychologists and news reporters are can manipulate people to believe them. How do you think they're trained to do such things, and why do you believe them in the first place?
Yeah, because people like this basically, what their training is to make you feel important. When they speak to you, they use certain keywords that might make your brain release more of the hormone I spoke about. They would make you feel important, and they would make you feel as if they really care about you and they really put you at a high place. So you might believe things that whatever they say because of how they believe you.
Okay. Kabir, don't you think that it's actually, it hints at the fact that these people are so skilled and talented that they have the ability to actually manipulate your mind? Do you feel they are skilled enough, or is it?
Indeed, they are, because I think they are skilled enough because firstly, people like news reporters. Any news story can spread like wildfire because of the amount of news reporters spreading the kind of news they do. But it can also be used as a negative point whenever somebody feels like deceiving you. It's easy for them to take up the skill and to deceive people, make them forget the negative aspects of something and make them go for something they don't want.
And as Devarko, you're going to tell us about your topic. When you have finished, we follow the same procedure. Kabir will ask you a question that will be followed by some more questions from my side. Would you like to begin, please?
Thank you, ma'am. My topic is how science is a religion. 2000 to 3000 years ago, the Greeks asked themselves, by looking at the great skies, how did we come here? Was there always a something rather than nothing? How did the universe begin? They cooked up great grand myths about monsters sieging the suns, causing lunar eclipses, solar eclipses, and banged walls to make the monsters vomit on the sun they had gobbled up. Now, the science soon entered this regime with the Athenians and all scientific, technological advancements the Greeks made. And the world was soon pushed into a new era where logic was now the new master. And this era is still being followed now. But amazingly, science has now become an institution of hypocrisy. They often quote religion for saying that, for not moving on, for not letting go of facts have been proven wrong. Right? Science actually, often unknowingly, does this very same thing.
Arvo, Kabir, can you please ask him a question?
Yeah, I was wondering that if science and religion really are so similar, with getting so similar with the kinds of ideals they have, then why do people still hold scientific fact above religious fact in them?
Well, I think the answer is also related to what we spoke today. People actually take facts to be true that come from people in suits and people who have degrees rather than people in clad in saffron robes. They take facts that have been so-called proven by logic, even though they might not be. Because
Very well answered. Okay, you mentioned about some controversies taking place over the topic that we spoke about. Can you mention one or two controversies?
of course, there in Austria in 1999, there was a double-slit experiment conducted in which we kind of proved that a particle can get two places at once. Now that completely it seems impossible and seems to violate common sense. But common sense is simply not included in modern physics anymore because
So much Ricardo. Now we move on to the next stage, that is the problem solving round. Now I'm going to give you a card which has information about a problem. I'll read out the information to you once, then I'd like you to read it together and discuss how you're going to solve the problem. Okay, and you have 2 minutes to do this. Here is the problem. I'll just read it out for you once. One of your classmates talks very loudly and does not let others participate in class discussions. First, you have to discuss the problem and then decide what advice you would give them. Okay, so this is the prompt card in front of you, and you have to discuss it for 2 minutes and come up with good solutions to it. Okay, and your time starts now.
Okay, firstly, I think that a student like this would basically be driven by a desire to get attention for herself. She would want to be noticed in class, which is why she wants to be more present than everyone else.
I think you are right, Kabir, and this also makes the other students participate less, and maybe they have better points than them. Maybe they want to speak. Maybe they want their points to come out in the light as well. But because of them because of him or her hogging the limelight, these people do not get to speak. These people do not get to participate, and their shyness actually increases because they see the other person participating more and may feel that the other person is arrogant and maybe or often knows more than he does, and because of that inferiority might have the shyness increase.
I do agree, but for a student like this, I think the best solution would firstly be to try and convince the student of what damage this is doing to other students, how they are getting distracted in class, and how their ability to do well in tests and in class naturally is getting affected towards the negative side.
Yes, I think that should be the first step that we take. But what if the child is not agree to us? I mean, he does not listen to others. What if he doesn't listen to us?
I think the next step would definitely be to talk to the teachers about it, because the teachers might notice too that this student is hogging the limelight and the other students are not getting an equal opportunity. I surely think that the next step would be to talk to the teachers.
Sensitize the authorities.
Yeah, to counsel the child and to speak to the child about being more quiet in class.
Yes, we should approach the counselors and the teachers.
Okay, so you both agree to the solution that you come up with.
Yes.
Okay, how do you think that the teacher would respond once you go and talk to them?
The teachers are there to ensure that every student in the class gets an equal learning opportunity and the learning opportunity that is best for them. So if they notice that one student is reducing the learning opportunities of the other students, I think that they would surely try to speak to the child in order to get everybody a good learning opportunity.
What about your friends? Alright, thank you. This is the end of the test. Goodbye.